So, we are going to be talking about light, heat, and sound. So there's many forms of energy in the world, but we are going to be starting with the basics of light, heat, and sound. Who can tell me what light is? Heaven.
Light is when you have light, and when you have energy, it have too many energy.
And you have too much energy? Oh, interesting. What else? What do you know about light? Anything you know about light, Dominic?
Light has energy to turn on for other people.
Okay, so maybe light is something you can turn on. Julian. Okay, so you can turn light on and off. What does light help you do, Miles?
See.
It helps you see. Awesome. So those are some things about light. Tell me what you know about heat. Antonio.
Heat is when you're sweaty and you're too hot.
Yeah, so maybe your body, maybe you can be hot. What else do you know about heat? Althea.
That is very hot.
That it can be very hot. It can be really warm. Alize, what do you know about heat?
What I know about heat is the sun is hot.
Okay.
And it shines down and some people get really sweaty, so they have to take a break.
Yeah, so the sun produces heat. What else comes from the sun? Aaliyah?
Hotness.
Hot, but what else? When we think about the sun, do we only think about warm, or what else do you know? Yeah, Jonah.
It gives us light.
It gives us light. So there's two forms of energy coming from the sun, right? So light, it helps us see. Heat, it's warm. What do we know about sound? Abdul.
People can talk and you can hear them.
Okay, so maybe you can hear voices. What else do you know about sound? Miles.
When you talk, it's sound.
Okay, so when you're talking, sound comes out of your mouth. Do you know of any other things that make sound, Jonah?
If you bring a big thing to another big thing, it makes sound.
Yeah, so maybe like you can make sound like by clapping. Can everyone give a clap? Did you hear that sound that came out of there? Yeah. Soraya, what else do you know about sound?
A car is honking.
Yeah, maybe so like something makes a noise like a car honking. Do you guys remember something that I love has to do with maybe something we listen to that makes noises? Elise?
Music.
Music makes sound, doesn't it, Tyshawn?
An engine.
An engine, so maybe something's rumbling, it makes a noise. Antonia?
A book when you smack it hard.
Yeah, so maybe when you smack a book hard. Last one, Rachel.
When a dog barks.
When a dog barks. Those are all great examples of sound. So I've got some cool definitions that are going to help us kind of narrow down what these different forms of energy mean. So energy is the ability to do work. So it kind of helps keeps things in motion. So I'm going to set this. This is kind of our general overall definition that we are going to be working on. First, we're going to talk about light. Light energy allows us to see objects. Can we say that together? Ready? Light energy allows us to see objects. So it helps us see. If there was no light, would we be able to see? No, it would be too dark. Have any of you guys ever been maybe in a dark room at night and you can't see anything and you run into something? Yeah, we need light in order to see. Then we have heat energy. Heat energy makes things warmer. Let's read that together. Heat energy makes things warmer. So, do you guys want to know something? Did you know if you rub your hands together really fast that they get warm? Go like this. That is something called heat energy. Do you feel your hands getting warmer? Isn't that crazy? So you're creating energy in your very own hands to get them warmer. Sometimes in Colorado, when it's really cold, you can go like this to make your hands get warmer. Or in the winter, sometimes it's cold enough here. That's heat energy. Sound energy helps us hear. Let's read that together. Sound energy helps us hear. So something kind of funny. If you go like this, it makes your ears bigger and you can hear better. Do you hear me better when you go like that? It's kind of louder. It's kind of like elephant ears, isn't it? You know how elephants have really big ears? So right, flip your hands the other way. See how my palms are cuffed out? I can hear so much better. Turn to your neighbor and talk to them. Do you see how you can hear them better? Isn't that so silly?
So loud.
That's okay. You can hear me talking. So that is a great example of sound. We are going to do a cool sorting activity, but first I need us to make a circle on the floor. So you guys are going to stand up, and we're going to try to make our circle kind of still in this area. So scoot out to the edges. And we actually need a space right here because we're going to be using this board. So you guys all go over there to where Miles is. You go over. Perfect. You're going to fill in that gap. And then everyone sit down on the floor, please. Oh, that's okay. Okay, so we all talked about many different forms of energy. So different forms of light, different forms of sound, and different forms of heat. I am going to pass out these different pictures, and one by one we are going to categorize them into our different forms of energy. So you are going to get one, you are going to come up to the front, show us what you have, and we are going to decide if it goes under light, heat, or sound. Some of these are a little bit tricky and they could possibly go under both, but I'm going to glue it up there and then you are going to go back to where you were sitting, okay? So first, take one, pass it down. We'll pass all of them around. Take one, pass it down. There should be a few extras, so when it meets back, I'll take whatever is left. Make sure you look at your picture, see if you know what it is. If you don't know what it is, you can ask your neighbor for some help, or you can ask me to help you figure out what it is. And start kind of deciding, is this something that goes under light, something that goes under heat, or something that goes under sound? Okay, we're going to do some together just with some of the ones that I have left. Do you guys see what? Oh my goodness, this is perfect for me. Do you see what this is a picture of? Antonia, what is this a picture of?
A guitar.
A guitar! Now, a guitar, would that go under light, heat, or sound?